Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Benji. I have a saber I finished up recently. This is a project for my friend Gabriel, who he won this in I believe in a raffle or a giveaway or something. And it has been on my desk for far too long. He was never in a rush. Plus, we changed our ideas a couple times. Basically, what took me a minute to was getting this guy a 28mm speaker. Y'all know that I love to put a 28mm speaker in a saber if I can. I've never been a fan of smaller speakers. While I believe you can make them loud, I don't really think most of them sound as good as a 28. And Gabriel was definitely on the same page. So what we did here was, I don't know who made this saber originally. Y'all probably will recognize what it is. Maybe TXQ. I'm not sure. I'm very out of touch when it comes to saber companies that aren't the ones I've known for the past few years. But he won this one, and he said, "Hey man, you mind just doing something to it, bringing it to life?" And I was more than happy to help out. This is a gift from me to him, which takes longer. It takes longer to get a gift from me. I'm sorry. What I did was I weathered this saber. There's a couple modifications that I did to it, not too much on it really. Most of the hilt is the same except for the pommel. I did a wood wrap because I'm a broken record and I can't. This saber just also, any saber that is like a two-hander that has a little Old Republic feel to it, to me, needs a wood wrap. I don't know why. I have a problem. But anyways, this original section here was where the switches were, and I originally had whatever it is for, I guess probably like a core, and I was like, you know what, let's open it up and we'll put a control box on the top, because I like the slant. I like it being, instead of that being the top slant, it's just this profile fit better for me. So I added the LS6 control box. This is one I've had from passing. You can get these at the Custom Saber Shop, but I did have to do a lot of custom modifications in there with my LED. I didn't use a helper board or anything that came with the box. So I made my own switches and lights and everything. So the weathering was, I didn't want to go too heavy, but just enough. I did a drilled and tapped a retention screw right here. You have a NeoPixel connector down in there. This is I believe it's a E3, maybe, CC Sabers. Again, you got two lights in there. Power and auxiliary are right here, these two pieces. And then I've got a little bit of the crystal in there. You can see whenever it's lit up, which is just a lot of fun. And then you don't ever have to remove this pommel. You can if you wanted to. I basically used the old pommel that it came with, cut it, kept the threads, and modified to make my own pommel. Very static, but I like that slant, because originally the other piece to this guy was like one of these, so it had another, you know what I mean? Like I kind of did that, and it just made it even larger. This hilt is already a baseball bat. This is a very comfortable two-hander. You know what I mean? Like there's some length on this guy. Pommel, weathering, all this stuff. Happy to do it, man. I know this last year I really got behind on a lot of stuff, but I hope you like this, man. So we've got, this battery needs to come out. It's dead anyways. I'm gonna put a new battery in it, but you have simple up chassis, I guess. Simple, but CFX, which is what Gabriel wanted. You got easy access to the SD card, which is what he wanted. You have two pin connectors for the speaker. So I was saying, you don't have to move this pommel, because your speaker pod sits down in there in order to get a 28mm, because this body is just not, I don't know why they didn't bore that out more, but it only fits, a smaller diameter for the chassis. So spring side's a negative, obviously. Put that in there. You won't hear anything because, it's a speaker pod, but there you go. And then put the body on. Body goes on nice. Threading's nice. Whoop. You got twist on, twist off activation there. Knock that guy down, and this sucker is now loud. Very, very loud. Very good sound to it also, man. There's your exposed crystal. Wanted it to look like blaster damage. Blaster damage or a cut from another saber. Very fun to look at that in there. But yeah, I just wanted to have a reveal because putting the crystal in here, crystal chamber in here, which is something he kind of wanted, a crystal chamber. And I was like, that's just going to be way too tight because of that inner diameter. This guy's lighting up. I don't have your blade plug. I got a blade plug for you somewhere around here. Alright, but anyways, so it's very shiny too, some points in the camera, sorry. So I'm only going to use a 1-inch test blade. My 1 inch is kind of got a little on the fritz. But you just, you know how to put a blade in, tighten this guy down. For your lights, your accent lights, they've got them on pulse, right? And then when you power on, they go to a random blink, right? I have really fallen in love with this thing. I mean, I know I do, but the blasters, hold it down for lockup. This thing screams now. It needed a 28mm speaker. You can also twist on, twist off. Very, very comfortable, man. This thing is a beast of a saber, but it has like a very, very, I mean, holding up here is so comfortable. Alright, you have, I believe I have you set up with the latest, one of the CFX packages that I got from Pal's Power Ups. So it has a lot of his settings on it. It's just stacked out CFX config. But you have a bunch of blade styles, you have a bunch of colors, lots of different stuff. The stock fonts, and then I got to put the return on there for you. That's the only thing I got to do before I send this out. But you can cycle through this way, right?
Revolt. Shattered point. The old republic align.
Shoto. Which sounds really good.
It's a trap!
Really good stuff. Of course, like I said, you got your different colors. You just spectrum. Press the aux and twist, and it'll put you on different ones. Looks pretty good, like a silver and a white. Very good on a white too. But yeah, let's see. You can do. I'll show you in a second, but you can do.
The old.
I want to see what this looks like because I put a rain blade on it.
Does the weather ever get better here?
I see like rain is dropping and hitting it. Really tone that crystal. I believe you should be able to hit power and
the old republic crucible.
Power and clash. Twist off.
The old republic
goes to the next font, which is a pretty cool feature, man. To be honest with you, that's one thing with Profi that I've gotten really used to. is, you just can cycle through fonts really quickly. So in order to do that with Crystal Focus, I made it a lot easier. You know what I mean? Oh.
Youngling.
Sounds really good, dude. I'm glad we stuck to our guns. And we're like, nah, it needs a 28mm. So. Bunch of different blade styles and all that different stuff on here, man. But I just figured that, that's a really good orange. Check that out, man. Very good orange. Alright, so. Everything else, you're familiar with the CFX. Everything else functions the exact same way. And, yeah, man, it's pretty straightforward for, the CFX build. I hope you like it, man. I'll let me know. I'm gonna probably just ship this out to you tomorrow because everything is good. I just got to put that that font on there for you from Cyberphonic, the Return V2, and it should be good to go, man. But I can't say enough how, like, everybody knows it's a joke. My lead times are terrible. Gabriel has waited twice as long as anybody else, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you for that, man. I know this has never been a priority, just a fun build that you have been super patient on, and I'm stoked to see you get it. Everyone else, I got more videos coming, more Saber builds coming. I finally have gotten a little back to normal, so thank you so much for watching, and may the force be with you.
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Scruffy looking.